So this is another intuitive tale for you. It's an example of how the work is just ongoing when you're highly sensitive, basically. So when we were on the second day of the honeymoon, we'd had a lovely first day and first night, and we'd extended it by one evening, and my mum was able to take our daughter. So we were there on the second day, but there was a bit of kind of back and forth thing, are we staying, aren't we staying, because confusion with the booking and things. And so as we were in the hot tub, and my husband looked over to me and said, are you okay? And I had realised I was feeling a bit confused and restless, and I wasn't sure what was wrong, and I thought it was to do with the morning, but we were heading towards 12. It didn't really make any sense to me. And as soon as he said it, I was like, no, I'm not okay. Like something's going on. And when I was tuning into my emotional and energetic experience, and there was just a real churning feeling going on in the heart. And it wasn't just one thing. I couldn't get one clear memory. I didn't have a clear sense of it. And so that was telling me that actually something multi-layered had arisen, because even trying to penetrate through, it was just like confusing. And I said, I think I need a little bit of alone time, like a bit of space to try and process this. Like once I'd spent an hour just trying to do some clearing myself. And I realised as I came away was, getting married was a very significant event, and it can be a bit like a trigger point, like you're hitting a big red button, and anything that's associated to that is unprocessed can arise to get released and to be processed. So there were, memories there that I wasn't aware of, or things I was aware of. There was for me the shock element of the wedding. Like there was shock there because there was just overwhelm at a couple of points where everything just felt way too much emotionally. So I could kind of see myself. I was watching. My memory of the ceremony is seeing it from the other side of the room, seeing myself. So that tells me I went into there was a level of disassociation happening at the time. So that needed to be cleared. And then just older things from my own background and history of fear around commitment, or various different levels. So I did lots of clearing myself, which was basically working with my intention and using the tools that I have to get through the layers, so seeing what layers were present and letting them go. So this is really just to reassure you, like the difference between now and how I was 10 years ago is, one, I wouldn't have understood what was going on. I'd just be looking at my surroundings thinking what's happening, and just feeling completely overwhelmed because I already had a backlog of unprocessed emotion. Whereas now, I really had the internal spaciousness, the grounding, the tools to be like, okay, this is arising, but it's not overwhelming me. I don't feel incapacitated. I just know that it's another thing that needs to be released. It's like, it's not necessarily the experience I want to be having, but it's the experience that I've got because I'm sensitive, and this is what comes up. So, after a few days, I called a friend and worked with Padma Vajri, and she did some body code on me alongside me doing my own work. And then I'd already had a shiatsu booked in on the Friday because I knew that, it was going to be a stressful period putting that wedding together. So it's, making sure that we can see, okay, a strong experience is coming. I'm probably going to need some help. So, but yeah, we can clear it and get through it. That's the good thing.